hope you know very well that we are continuing our Sqoop sessions, and almost we covered many tasks in our Sqoop, like as part of Sqoop import. And as discussed, and we are going to wind up Sqoop by next weekend. And, today, I will try to cover Sqoop export task, and finally, in our next weekend, we will try to cover up how to create a Sqoop job and how we work, with Sqoop jobs like we work in a real time. Okay, that kind of task we will do it in the next weekend, and we'll wind up the session. Okay, and I think you know why we are discussing or why we are conducting this session is ultimately we are going to do one demo project. We can say one POC kind of thing for your better knowledge. I know many people doesn't have the practical knowledge, and it is very difficult to face an interview and clear interview without this having practical knowledge, right? So definitely we try to execute a project, and completely I will try to explore, or I will share with you whatever we do. I will try to share with you with some example. Once we complete this, we'll try to move Uzi or Spark. Few concepts like, okay, how we execute a jobs in real time, and how to write a small Spark program, and how to do some transformation actions over it. So those kind of exercises we'll try to take up once we complete these sessions. Okay, please be attend and get a real-time exposure, and also try to ask any questions if you have. It's okay. This is not actually a training session. You think like a friend, and you can discuss with me whatever you have question, even if it is a silly question. That's still fine. Okay. If I know the answer, definitely I will try to explain. If I don't know, I will try to learn it and I will explain. Okay. Anyway, we'll try to finish these topics today and wind up the session. Okay, guys. Very important topic that we already completed as part of our last session. That is Sqoop incremental loads. Incremental loads means like there are two topics in that again: last modified and append. The last modified is kind of upset, like if there are any records got updated or came newly. In that case, we use last modified, and purely only append is for incremental loads. Like if a new record comes in a source table, you try to process it and append into target table. That in that case, we have to use append. Okay, I think you already practiced it. If not, you try to go through our previous videos on these topics. Definitely, you will have a very good knowledge, right? And today we'll start with option file. So why this is important is again in a real time, right? If you see any of our commands so far, whatever the command that we used here, password and a few things, whatever redundant statements are, we are using repeatedly. Okay, for every import statement, these are the common, right? These are the common. Except, I mean, leave it up at the table, but these are the common almost. That means redundant statements, you can say. And also the password and the username, we should not disclose to anybody, right? This is a confidential. So in that case, we generally use in real time this kind of approach. Okay, we'll create one small file and with these details, whatever the redundant statements that I've been talking about. Okay, so what we will do, we will try to take these statements and create one file. Okay, let me I open my Cloudera. We can also connect Cloudera by using PuTTY. If you don't know PuTTY, don't worry, I already explained how to connect through PuTTY in my previous session. Please try to watch it. Okay, we can connect our Cloudera machine by using PuTTY. Username is Cloudera, and password is also Cloudera. Give us some time. So we can either use direct Cloudera, okay, and or we can also connect to putty. Okay, but thing is, when we use both at a time, then our system will go into non-responsive mode. Okay, we should have some patience, okay, to work on it. So yeah, it's taking little time to this statement is, especially we are connecting to Cloudera. Ideal case, it won't take this much time. It will connect in seconds, but since I already opened a few uh, minutes ago, so it's taking a long time. Okay, see option file. We are talking about option file. Option file is generally it's not a pure technical. Okay, it's a file which we are going to create and place these kind of statements, so that we won't use these statements again and again. Okay, either we can use only files. Okay, by using this statement, option file statement, right? So we are going to create a one file, right? Generally, this is our statements, right? Like connect, Sqoop import, and then connect to JDBC and username and password. All this we are bringing into in a single line or single file. Okay. So leave it about the Sqoop command, but from the import command or export command, we have to pick and paste it in a file. All right. So if you see, go to home directory. In that home directory, you will see Cloudera. I just created one Sqoop connect file. Okay, it is very easy. Just right click it and create it. Okay. So the command which I've been talking about is this. Okay. Import. This command you already know, right? Connect JDBC and username is this and password is this. I given this file name as Sqoop connect. All right. Now what we will do? We will take a simple import command. Okay, simple import. This is a simple import, right? This is a simple import. Let me take simple import.
Naresh, which path we need to create this config file, or this where you are configuring this?
Whatever. I will tell you. Okay. Don't worry, I will show you. So, see, Cloudera home. Okay, there is a path in our mission, Cloudera mission. Okay. So, did you get a chance to look into it? Like Cloudera home is a default directory. Okay,
Default directory.
yes, default directory, and moreover, you can use any directory. Okay, but when you are going to execute, right, you have to give full path.
Okay, while importing that, we need to pass that path.
Yes.
So that it will import from that path.
Correct. See here. Let me take this one so that it is very. So when I practice it, it's not taking this much time. But when we open session, then it is taking a lot of time. So it is wasting time. Anyway, so start command here. Okay. So generally, this is our standard input or import command, right? What we will do, since this part, since this part, right, till here is already part of file, then what you have to do, you remove it this part. Okay, and you remove this part, you have to give options. Okay, options file, okay, full path. Okay, here home Cloudera is my default directory and Sqoop _ connect is my file name. Okay, you can create anywhere, but take a path. Okay, take a path and paste here. So now we given path, and so I'm using retail DB here in this file. If you see, I'm using retail DB. Okay. We open it. See here, a retail DB.
Retail DB.
I'm using
Okay.
retail DB. So I'm not going to mention it again. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
So
Yeah.
we already given all the details here. Then directly we can use table name, okay, which is there in like in a source.
DB.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And fields terminated by comma. This is optional since the Sqoop is by default it will give. But anyway, for a good practice, I mentioned here. But other than this, you can also give different separator like pipe and all. Okay. But anyway, this is for practice session. We can proceed with this. And target directory is this orders underscore. Let me take orders underscore today. Okay. It should create a directory.
Column separated file, comma separated files from
Yeah.
Yes.
Slides. You understood, right? What exactly that we are trying to. And this is very useful, and generally we use this kind of approach in real time.
Yeah, because in real time we create file like this. Yeah, that's why.
Correct.
Understand. Thanks, Naresh.
No problem. So the same command we can execute it here. It is taking time to up. Anyway, you can also practice it. Table orders, okay. Executing. The job is still running. Let me write command. Just -ls. So this directory should be created and data should be loaded. Okay. I know there are some 6.3 records. We'll check it. See here, if you see 6.3 records already there in the source table, the same thing will be available in our output directory, that is in Hive or hdfs. Okay, so that's it regarding this options file. Hope it is clear for you. I will show you once the job is complete where we got this data. Since we didn't give any number of mappers, by default it will pick 4 mappers, so that it will create a 4 splits with part m files. Okay, 000, 001, 002, 003. Okay, so meanwhile, right, to save some time, we'll try to discuss export. So far, we discussed only import. Now, the export is one of the very important. Okay. So, thing is, export, right? To export data from Hadoop to RDBMS, then a table should be present in RDBMS system. Okay, that is a prerequisite. Okay, but whereas in import, right, when you are importing a table from source, so that is RDBMS to Hive, Hive table need not be created. Okay, it's not a mandatory. Okay, it will create on the go. It will create our Sqoop commands will create a table that we see in our last session. If you are not aware, please try to go to the previous session. But whereas when we are doing export, right, this table should be present inside MySQL. Okay, with proper data types. So since this table is having only few columns, like 4 columns, let me show you what are the columns that we have. Columns are these, like let me go to command array. What table that we are going to see? Orders, right? All right, this job has been completed. Let me show you the part files which are there. So this path only we have used, right? So this is the path, and we are seeing total 4 part files. Okay, and since we have a data in this directory, what we will do, we will use the same directory to again export to source table, that is MySQL table. Okay, so the first prerequisite is table, right? We'll check whether the table is there or not. Okay, so orders underscore scope I have already created. Let me check it whether we have a data in it or not. Okay, let me open it. Select. Start. This is the database name. First of all, Sqoop underscore exports I have created. Dot. What is that? Okay, check it. Orders underscore scoop, right? Databases. Okay. Okay. Export we written now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See here in this table we do not have any records, right? So what we will do, we will export the data from Hadoop to MySQL again. Okay. So we just now see, right? This is the Hadoop directory, right? Again, we reload this data to this new table which is there in MySQL. All right. So let me here. The command is same. Okay. I'm using again same command. Remember, this this DP is again from MySQL only. Don't confuse. This is not from Hive. Okay, nowhere in Sqoop import or export, nowhere we are using Hive DB. Okay, don't confuse. We are using only MySQL DB only. That is the RDBMS DB that you have to specify here. And table also you should give, since we given database name from RDBMS, table names also should be part of this RDBMS. Okay, but you may have a doubt, but in Hive also we have a database, right? So simply you go to this path of Hive and put it here. This is export directory. Okay, so this is the Hive component, we can say, and the rest all belongs to MySQL and JDBC connection. Okay, this is very simple, very simple. You can say, can show you. So do you have any questions on this command? This is very easy and important. Any questions on this? Did you understand this? What we are doing currently?
Yeah, Naresh.
All right.
I understand.
Okay. So don't confuse.
One second, Naresh. That export hyphen directory, is that the existing directory in the Hive?
Hadoop, we can say Hadoop.
Because yeah, Hadoop. I mean, in the import statement you mentioned as user data orders underscore today, right? And here it is showing orders underscore new.
Okay, sorry. We can use it. We can use it. I think I we're supposed to take that one. Anyway. Now is it fine for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that my typo. Anyway. So yeah, see, very simple, very simple. You don't need to change anything, but the last line, if you see 314 line, input fields terminated line. This is a new statement. If you see, and above, when we are inputting line number 295, only fields terminated line. But whereas in our export, we are using input fields terminated time. These are the only small change. Okay. So let me copy. Anyway, let me run it. Order Sqoop is a table. Yeah, I think it will execute. Okay. It will take little time. Meanwhile, we'll try to go to our next topic. We have only few minutes left. Okay, so almost we have finished this. And this is also we are doing it right. So once we complete that, once we complete that statement, then we will see this also. Okay. And let's discuss about the Sqoop Exports Specific columns. Okay. Check it. It is running. Meanwhile, we will check it. Now this is the topic that we are going to discuss. Only if you observe, right, only very small variation from the above commands. That is, we are using extra as columns. Okay, guys, if you see, these are the columns from source table, not exactly from target table. Target in the sense MySQL table columns. Okay. Well, are you able to follow me? Like, what I'm trying to explain is that we can also choose only specific columns while exporting data from Hadoop to RDBMS system. As part of that, we can use hyphen columns. Okay, so we can write this like in MySQL table, right? Let us say orders underscore. If you see line number 324, line number 324. We have a table name called orders underscore Sqoop underscore DT, that is date. Okay, in that column orders are slightly different. If you see line number 325, order ID and order date, right? Okay, let me just what orders underscore Sqoop underscore DT. I'm just trying to show you what are the columns and its positions. Okay, in Sqoop for this table, orders underscore Sqoop underscore DT table. Okay. Guys, do you have any questions so far?
Naresh, if suppose the SQL table in which we are exporting the data from our HDFS to, so if the rest of the columns in that table will be null, right?
I think that may be true for importing, because Hadoop can allow whether even if you are trying to load more or less columns, and for less columns, it will load with a null value, whatever the data is not there. But I don't think SQL or MySQL will allow us to load the data if you are trying to load for only fewer columns. You are getting me? So you should match with that number of columns in MySQL syntax. You can explore it. Okay. So guys,
so in what scenario we can use this specific columns which we are defining?
Let me tell
while
you.
exporting.
Let me tell you. That's what I'm trying to explain. If you see the order here, order ID, customer ID, and order state. Leave it about first and last column, that is order ID and order status is as it is, and coming to customer ID and order date. Okay, if you see, customer ID is in the table, this is in second position, and this is in third position, right? Okay, even if you are trying to give it in a different location or different spaces, or we can say location, the job won't fail. Okay, and I will show you how it works. Let me go to This is completed. Yeah, it's completed. Exporting is completed. Let me, what is the table that we loaded? This is the table, right? This is the table, right?
Orders.
First of all, I will show you this. Okay. This is the table. See, earlier it was 0. Now we are seeing the total records. Now we are able to load successfully, export the data from hdfs to MySQL, right? Now
Yeah.
go to the statement that we are currently talking about. You can stop. Hope you are able to follow. Even if you are not follow, don't worry, because sometimes we may go faster because of the system slowness. But when you again rewind it by watching this video again, definitely you will get a clarity. And moreover, I have been telling you, please practice it. Looks like it will very simple, but when you execute real time, yeah, it won't. It may not be that much easy. Okay. So anyway, right. So let me take this. Just play right. Guys, this is only one we can say one step that we can also do by using columns. Okay, to aware, I just given this statement here. You can just explore it. Okay, and since we have only 2 minutes left, so I just want to cover one more. So this is again very important, like how we discussed incremental appender well in case of import data, right? This is export data. So when we are exporting, then how we will do export this incremental loads or full loads? Anyway, full loads we know. Okay, we can do it. But what about the incremental load or delta load? For that, right, we have two options. One is update key and update mode. Okay, update key anyway. Update key beside we have to give one primary key column, and update mode we have to use allow insert or update only. Okay, so this is a sample that this command. If you see, all are same. Okay, up to here it is same. Okay, these are the new. These are the new. Only these are the new two statements that we are trying to insert or add it. See, update key is a standard word, and order ID is our primary key. That is the reason I mentioned here. Update mode is allow insert. What it will do is it will upsert. That means it will upsert in a sense. You might have the difference, like what is append, what is upsert. Upsert is it can update and it can change or update the records, okay, or append the records. Both it will do by using allow insert statement. Okay, simultaneously you can also use update only in place of allow insert. What it will do, it will update the records. It won't change any existing data. Okay, so that is the usage of this command. And guys, you can easily explore it. I will place this document in our Google Drive. You directly go and execute it, and also try to, once you load it right in the first time, the second time please try to update few records, then try to load it. Okay, like that you have to practice.